Fly Affair Nation, Fly Affair Nation, Fly Affair Nation.
It's not just for you, you selfish. It's for everyone around you.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the
Be Selfish podcast.
I'm your girl, Sherelle.
I'm Lilly.
Yeah. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. The feedback has been
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
Awesome,
been overwhelming.
We be reading everything. We read all the comments.
Yeah.
We read all the messages. All of it. I'm super excited. I've had stories. You got stories too?
Yeah, story for days.
Yeah.
I damn near feel like I need another phone.
Really?
Just because the notifications is like, I'm like, I'm sick of this.
It's crazy. Nah, but we
in a
love
good
that.
way, y'all.
We love it. It's one of those things that, at first when we started this, we didn't think, I wouldn't say we didn't think much of it, but it was like, okay, we're going to try something. But then now with all the messages coming in and just all the feedback, all the positive feedback so far, it just makes us like, you know what? I think we really up to something.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
People want to be selfish too.
Yeah, this is huge. So we appreciate y'all so much. And because we appreciate y'all, we have a little surprise, okay?
I guess people want to know, how do we have such amazing production so far? So we want to give a big shout out to Mr. Producer.
Bop, bop, bop.
Yeah, so y'all, I know y'all hear like in the background like a deep voice and everything.
A deep voice, very.
And we're gonna call him Mr. Producer. He is like the man behind the magic. So
he don't like cameras, y'all. So he just gonna be a voice.
Yeah.
I like cameras. I love cameras.
Not to be in front of the camera. My bad. He don't like being in front of the camera.
But he can if he,
I'm here for y'all, man. I'm only here for y'all. But thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna butt in here and there, but I'm not gonna be on it like that because I want to hear y'all. I be locked in to the stories myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just here. I want to hear what this episode is gonna be about. I'm locked in. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
I love that.
Y'all got a fan in me.
I love that. I mean, what are we getting into today?
I don't know.
There's just there's like so much stuff that we could talk about. Over the past weekend, I was just thinking about social media, since now that we are obviously the Be Selfish podcast. We have this new Instagram page. Make sure you go spam us and follow, like, subscribe, all that.
Definitely.
But I noticed that with social media, when you unfollow somebody,
it's like, screw you.
It makes people feel
you're dead.
Yeah. So, I guess one time I didn't notice that I wasn't following somebody. And they read me for filth. They was like,
Off of a follow.
Well, now, people have these like apps where you can see who unfollows you. So people are really invested in to know
who's following me back.
Yeah.
Huh?
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's been like for years now. But I think it really hit recently because obviously social media is a land of you need to feel validated and, a whole bunch of highlights and who's following you. And I personally feel like if you following me, then you just rocking with my personality. You know what I mean? Whether I follow you or not, because I ain't tripping that, I don't know, like Michael B. Jordan ain't following me. I mean, I don't even follow him anyways. He's just fine. And I just want to say hi, Michael. Okay. So yeah, I'm just saying,
I'm
like,
tell
I'm
Michael
not,
about that book.
Right?
See what happens there.
We'll see.
I got the secrets of Sherelle, Michael. If
Oh
you're
my
watching,
God.
if you ever get to watch.
Y'all want to pawn me off to somebody so bad, okay?
No.
But can I be devil's advocate? Why
Yeah.
don't you follow those people back?
To be honest, if I don't follow you, it's either we haven't had engagement enough for me to say, okay, like this person I want to follow, or I might not like the content that you're putting out. I don't want to see ass and titties all day. I don't want to see I'm not big on aesthetics, but I definitely don't want to see like you got 3 pictures. Why you care if I can follow you anyway? You know what I mean? Like,
I guess they want the numbers to go up or something
I'm
like that.
not big
I
on that
guess.
either. I don't have a lot of followers on social
Well,
media, so
there's people that are big on it. I see it as for me, if I have a business page and you follow my personal page, go ahead, follow my business page too, because I see it as support.
Yeah.
In a way, if you follow, you pop up on other people's feeds and stuff like that. So as a networking thing, why not? But if we have a fall off often like in real, I want to say in real life situation, because there's real life, there's social media life.
Right, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So in real life situation, we have a fall off, and then your number one thing is to unfollow and block. Hey, if that helps, yeah, that's what people do. If that helps your situation as far as unblocking me and unfollowing me and it makes you feel better, go right ahead. But I already did that in real life.
I feel like if somebody blocking you, they got real pressure with you. Like, you blocked me because my page is open, right?
Mm-hmm. My page is open too.
I'm very like, listen, my page is open, so I'm not really even thinking about following people. Now I'm a lot more intentional about it.
Yeah.
But block me? I feel like if somebody blocks you, they got pressure with you. No?
People are starting to use social media like if that's their real life situation.
Yeah, no.
You got everything. You got relationships on social media. You got friendships on social media. You got people venting on social media.
Yeah. Dear diary.
Straight up going on live with tears in their face, talking about oh no, did you see the video of the girl? I think she went on live and she was like busting up all her boyfriend stuff in the house. Like she was on the live and she was
why would you incriminate yourself like that?
to be on live and do it. So guess what? Someone's screenshotting it and they found out, but she was really recording herself as she was destroying her boyfriend's stuff, like cereal on the floor. You've seen that. You've seen that video.
Cereal on the floor.
Like all the cereal on the floor, the cup noodles. She tore up the Jordan. She tore up everything all on live.
Yo.
And everybody's like messaging like, get out of there. Why are you recording yourself doing this?
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Yeah.
How would you want to incriminate yourself like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's a lot of incrimination going on online. I mean, there's a girl that I think she blew up her ex car or her boyfriend car.
Yeah.
And then got arrested for it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Yeah, the thing is, people don't do things like back in the day where it's just private. You know what I mean? Like when I was pulling up to an ex's house, there was nothing. My sidekick couldn't like film anything. Praise God. You know what I mean?
Point. Everything has to be. I think today I sent you the Hazel E video. She's putting all her her exes in the trash. Why are you recording? Why are you posting? And then it ended up on the Shade Room, so now it's a viral video.
Yeah, I mean, I think people become so addicted to sharing
their whole life
on social media, and I mean, it definitely takes away from like the mystery of things for sure.
It takes away from real relationships because now it's no longer between two people. Now you have let the whole world into that situation, and it could be something so temporary, because y'all could have a fight, and it could have been just a fight that day. Nothing. No, now you recorded that fight. Right. Now it's on, and now you're gonna be able to relive that fight all the time.
And then you're gonna get right back with that person.
Yep, and look stupid.
Now everybody's side eyeing you like, girl, you just burned everything down. Just
you saw a whole video you throwing the drinks on him and punching him, and now y'all all happy. Yep.
That's insane.
It is insane. Y'all let the whole world in.
I don't think I've never done nothing like that. That's just I mean, but then again, I don't even post relationships, but even with friendships, like you're not with your platonic relationships, you're not gonna go on there and be like, this girl did this to me or that dude did that to me and da da da. I just feel like it's tacky. I feel like
it's a waste of energy.
It's a waste of energy. I mean, I remember when I used to have Facebook when I was like early 21 or whatever. I remember these girls was beefing with me, and then they just started talking reckless, right? I didn't want to go go back and forth with them. I was just ready to pull up. Like, I know you real life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's just kind
exactly.
of like handle your business offline, especially when it's like a friendship or ex-friendship. Like, it
Nope,
ain't got to be
not
all
today. It don't happen like that today. Now the
That's
whole world got to know
crazy.
we beefing.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The
Don't
whole
be
world
beefing
got
with
to know.
me.
So is it like peer pressure? Because even if you end up squashing something with someone in real life, like you were saying, back in the day when rappers would get in beef, it would be easier to squash it. But now because of social media, you got people, the trolls, is egging it on.
Trolls.
Yeah,
Right.
eyes are all
Instigating
on
it. They're
them.
Even tweets
instigating.
that's not about the person, they're atting the person like, oh, this tweet is about you, and
Mhm.
you know what I mean, things like that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I guess there is a pressure. I mean, we're very
we ain't
regular
about-
people,
yeah.
so I don't think anybody's gonna come to us and be like, what did you respond next? Nothing.
Mm-mm.
You know, but maybe at that level, it's more of a pressure for them to feel like I have to say this or I
Yeah.
have to do something outlandish to have this reaction for the public. But why would you want all those
In my
eyeballs
head,
on
if
you?
I got an issue with somebody, I'm gonna call you, I'm gonna text you, I'm gonna tell you what's up.
Yeah.
You know, and
'Cause-
like have that conversation with you.
Mhm.
The whole going on social media, posting on your story. Well, if you see, what is it? It's like if you see people acting up, like just you're already like kind of giving
Yeah.
off that vibe of like, okay, is this story about me?
Yeah.
Like, are you trying to say something to me? Because we have something going on.
Yeah.
Like,
Never feed
why?
into that because they, people will say things just to get a reaction out of you, and it's kind of just like
I think people seek it for attention.
I'm living rent free in your head, baby.
Right.
You know?
but the thing is, right, we are moving into not just social media,
Mm-hmm.
but virtual reality being reality, right?
Mm.
Because the metaverse, Facebook, which is the metaverse now, their whole goal is to have people live in the metaverse, meaning you work in the metaverse, you party
does
in
that
the metaverse.
work?
I'm
you
not
have
doing that.
meetings in the metaverse.
How does that work?
I'm
like
not
I
doing
don't and I'm asking a serious question because
I'm not doing it.
I don't know what that game is, but where you put the goggles over your face or whatever, and the kids are playing it, and and my nephew has it,
Yeah.
and instantly I was like, no, this don't feel right. He's like, oh, Auntie Rel, like put that on. So I put it on, and instantly I knew. I was like, this is not right. You want us to completely forget about real
Our
life,
surroundings.
can't see nothing, and you're putting us into this virtual world. But how do you live in a metaverse? How do you buy real estate in the metaverse?
But they are already.
There's
So-
having concerts and stuff. They have. I think it was
but how does
a stand-up
Travis-
comedy thing.
Travis Scott
maybe I need
did
to look
one.
that up. How
Travis Scott did one. Snoop Dogg owns land in the metaverse.
It's a fake world,
so
guys.
so he can move in at any time?
He already moved in. Death
It's
Row.
a fake
Hold on.
world.
He took off Death Row Records, the catalog, off of streaming to put in the metaverse, the whole virtual reality aspect of things. There's car companies that already sponsor the metaverse. So if you watch like the NBA or NFL, you'll see commercials and stuff like that for it,
It's a-
advertising. So what I'm saying is the virtual reality,
It's a
the
fake
metaverse is
world.
actually the real world.
But a lot of people,
It's a
but
fake
the thing
world.
is, yes, but
No, guys, it's a fake world.
yeah, but a lot of people really feel like this is real life. Like I can invest, I guess, real money.
No, but exactly. So you're gonna invest your real money, whether it's gonna be the cryptocurrency
Uh-huh.
or real currency or
Uh-huh.
whatever the case may be. But like I said, if real companies is already buying into this, that means you're gonna have real people that already work for these companies logged in to the metaverse.
I'm gonna have to like
So
research
I could
deeper.
have a whole family in this fake world. Cause I'm gonna call it fake
Right,
world.
exactly. You
I
can
could
be
marry-
anything you want in the fake world.
I'd be a
That's
married
dangerous.
billionaire with
Yes.
1,000 kids in this fake world,
Yeah.
but
So-
then sit right here.
But beyond that, the because that still sounds like a game, right? But
Right.
the fact that you're working in the metaverse, where
Okay.
you're working.
So do
in
you
the-
make real money off of
Yes.
this fake world?
Yes,
What?
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Can
like,
this
yes.
podcast be in the
Yes.
What?
You can sit there right now right? As
Yeah.
a unicorn. You can sit there as an owl right
Maybe
now.
a giraffe.
Or a giraffe.
Okay.
Or
You
an
said
owl.
I love owls.
In the
It's my spirit
metaverse.
animal.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
And have our voice.
and have our
then-
voice. Right.
So if anybody lives in the metaverse right now, please let us know how's life. Because I
In
want
the
to
fake
know.
world.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just keep saying it makes me
Right.
feel comfortable saying
Right.
it's a fake world
But it
because
goes
that's what
back
it is.
to what you guys are saying about, like, social media validation. I didn't want to off track it, but it all intertwines with social media validation and people living on the internet.
Yeah.
And you beefing on the internet. You finding love on the internet. You don't talk to people in real life anymore.
I do.
Right.
Ooh,
No, but
pause.
guys, we have to stop thinking as individuals and
You're
think
right.
as a society.
Yeah.
As far as where is society going.
Because there's
I
dating
don't
apps.
care where
I mean,
society's going. I care where I'm going.
but we're moving. I mean,
But
I
your
get what
kids
you're
is
saying.
being raised in this society.
Yeah.
So, right, like she said, she had a nephew that
Mhm.
has the game. You
Mhm.
don't have the game. They're not making it for you.
Right.
They're making it for them.
Absolutely.
Right?
Literally.
Just brainwashing our kids.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because, like, when you said as far as the dating apps, like, or meeting people on dating apps,
Dating apps.
I love meeting a man the very traditional way. Like, if I'm out and about and I meet a guy at the grocery store and I see like something I may like or whatever,
Like the
I'm
old
giving
school
him
way.
I'm giving him my number. Or I'm taking his number, and if he asks me, which it's pretty rare, but if he asks me if I have Instagram, I instantly say no.
Okay. All right. Watch this.
Mm-hmm.
This is a
Lord.
question for both of you.
Here we go.
Right? How many times a guy or girl, I don't know what y'all into, walk up to you and try to, talk to you? Do they ask for your number or your Instagram?
They ask for my Instagram more, and it's typically younger guys.
Lily?
I give you actually for my number.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And
Grown
it's
men
not
ask me
younger.
for my number, my name
Yeah.
and my number.
So that's probably what it is.
Younger guys will, they don't want to rub me the wrong way, I guess. So they're just like, you got Instagram?
Right.
Because that's
again,
the new dating now. Now you could go on the Instagram. You could get all the information you need off
What
of
they
a first
think.
date.
That's why I don't like giving them my information, because you're going to see me always dolled up. You're going to see me just, I show you what I want to show you. But it's like you're only seeing the highlights of things,
Right.
You're gonna see the Be Selfish podcast. You might see Pretty Girl Progression. You used to be able to see my nieces and nephews easily, but ever since launching this, I shy them away from the internet now. But they see the highlights of things. They might see me traveling, eating good.
You're in control. Like, you're still in control of what you post. So you understand that you're controlling social media and social media's not controlling you.
Right.
So, but there's people that let social media control them.
Right.
And they literally post their whole life on social media.
Yeah. And
so
it works for some people.
I don't think
Like,
it works.
It works. I think it only works for some. Let me tell you, there's someone that I follow who, when I tell you, she really embodies her full self. Her, like, it might be TMI to some people, but she has a really big following because she's being herself, and she's showing us her experience, whether it be with her and her man. When they beefing, she'll go check out and go stay at a hotel.
I can't do all that.
And she'll be like, me and my poo is we going through some things right now. Or, she might be saging her house and just being like, I gotta cleanse the air. Or she might be on the toilet one day, and she might be, but in the message because it's the message. I follow people who are going to give me the message beyond that, right? She won't have no makeup on. She mismatching hair up and down, but her message is more powerful. So I can follow someone like that and listen to that. But most people are just showing us things that we don't care. Like, I don't care
They
about.
probably don't even have
that too.
They
You
be
know what I mean?
flogging.
It's
People use flogging. Is that old? Or is that a Miami thing?
Damn, that might be. I ain't heard flogging. You flogging.
Right?
Ooh, wee.
I mean, majority of the industry nowadays is using Florida, Miami slang
Okay.
anyway.
Facts.
Period. shit
Fendi
like that.
facts.
So
Because we put on.
yeah, exactly.
We really do put on.
But that, yeah, a lot of people have this fake. People that have these fake relationships on social media. You might think they look perfect, like it's a perfect picture,
Yeah.
super happy, and really it's not.
Well, you have a man, so you and your man post each other. I don't have a man.
You know
and
how
I
long
still
it
haven't.
took me?
I
It
went
took me a
post.
long time to post. It took me a
Mm.
long time. Even when in the beginning of it, a lot of people think like, "Oh, we ain't serious until you post me." That's been situations that it didn't happen with me,
Yeah.
but I've seen like, okay, it ain't real until I'm posted. It ain't real until
Yeah.
they see me. I don't want my hand. Just no, I want my whole face on your
I'm
page.
infamous for posting a hand. And I go on a little
So I understood that once that was gonna happen, I want at least a relationship to be secure enough to be like, okay, I'm opening a window
Mhm.
basically to let people know who I am involved with. But I just want to make sure it was strong enough to know, okay, there's gonna be dudes that are like, oh shit, she's taken. Ooh, let me slide in her DM and be like, hey, what's up?
They
You got
love
the
to do that.
girls, you got the
Ooh.
girls, like, ooh.
So you can't have friends?
Hey stranger. Hey
Favorite
stranger,
line.
how you been, stranger?
Mhm.
Haven't heard? It's like, no, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. So it's like, okay, let me make sure all of that is okay.
But do you have that conversation with your partner first when you're gonna go public? Like, we
Yeah,
ready
I
for this?
definitely did. I
Okay.
definitely had that first. And then what he came at me with like, why do you care what people say?
Because you can't care.
I was more on the energy thing though.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm very spiritual.
Don't whisper that. I'm very spiritual.
So I'm really big on energy, and in Spanish we call it mal de ojo,
Mm-hmm.
and it's, I guess, evil eye,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's like they could see something
on the emoji, evil eye.
the evil eye.
That's what they do.
So it's like they could just, negative thinking, negative thoughts, they could be strong enough to really mess something good. And me finding a good man took a long time.
I know that's
I
right.
won't lie, it took a real long time. So I didn't want nothing.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep it a secret. Your mind, your secret. I want no one to know nothing.
Yeah.
So that's what really, I don't know if that's what probably kept it under wraps for as long as we could keep it under wraps. But once it was out in the open, of course we got our people who love it,
Mm-hmm.
and we got our people who don't say nothing.
Period. Don't say. You better not say nothing.
They just keep it. Let's see how long it's gonna last forever. It's gonna last forever.
Period.
But yeah,
And so it is.
Yeah.
My thing is for me, not posting, and it's been a while, right?
Mhm.
Intentionally, I've said I'm not going to be in a relationship until it's really a forever kind of thing. It's like a for real. Because I'm not dating just to date. I'm
Mhm.
dating as
Finding
a
the
wife
one.
because
Yes.
I'm already a wife. I'm just, my husband ain't come yet
Yes.
and get to know me and all the things. So once I get to that space, I don't think I'll even I don't think I would. Only because people are like energy vampires. They want to
Mhm.
they're watching you. Like right now, I'm sure there's people watching our page
Mhm.
or something and they're just like fantasizing or lusting or
Mhm.
trying to
For
bring
a
their bad
moment.
juju, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? But God, okay? God got us.
Sometimes it's more of like they don't even want to be with you. They just want to be with whatever you're around.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So I'm glad you said that.
Bars.
Yeah, the bars for real. Because
Bars.
that's heavy.
It's true.
I've been around people.
That's with friendships too.
Absolutely.
That's everything.
I've been around certain people who, because I may hang or I may know certain people,
Mhm.
they just want to like be in that
In the
same
room.
space, right?
They want to be in the room.
And it's like you can sniff it. If you have discernment, you can sniff that out easily.
Mhm.
And I remember one time specifically, this girl was just around, my friends are pretty dope. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I got some lawyers in the group. I got some doctors in the group. I have stylists.
You got makeup artists in the group.
I got makeup artists. Like I have a plethora of different friends and associates, right? So I could just tell that this girl wanted to sit next to one of my friends in particular, right?
Mm.
And she played herself so heavy that I was like, we ain't never gonna kick it again. Like, if you would have just come to me and said, hey, could I pick this person's brain? I could introduce you the right way.
Yeah.
Instead of like, oh, can you ask this person how much their fabric costs out of New York and what they, and I'm like, no,
Ask yourself.
I'm not coming to my friends as this like fan. I'm genuinely love my
Yeah.
friends. So don't try to infiltrate this situation.
Because it messes up your relationship with that person.
And I'm very big on like, I used to love giving referrals, but people will literally trash your name off of a referral you give. So I was really big on it, but now, good luck. Pray about it.
Find your own way.
It feels that way.
You
like
gotta find your own way. For you to get to the spot that you're at, you had to do certain things to get there, and then people just
Yeah.
want to piggyback off of your work or off of whatever you had to do.
And
That's
the
not
relationships
fair.
that you have. And it's like, I'm all about mixing and mingling and networking, right? But be organic, be authentic. You know what I mean? If you're in that space with this person, you're supposed to be there. Now, whether it's good or bad, time will tell. But you're in that space for a reason.
Yeah.
Them ill intentions, you're gonna feel it, and it's gonna show itself true at any point. So good luck. That's how I feel.
It's like they want you to give them an opportunity that you don't already have. Like I don't have the opportunity for you yet. Like I'm not even in the door. Right? Let me get in the door first, and then I can bring you with me.
Yeah.
Right?
No, get yourself through the door.
Nah, but look,
I'm sorry.
I have a philosophy, right? That is not me, it's we. Right? And I don't mind being used, just don't misuse me. If you can't be used, you're useless. Like,
Right.
I really do believe in that. So just don't misuse me. Right? So if I can get you there with me, come on, but I'm not gonna drag you anymore. I'm not gonna, pull anybody because look, that's just more weight on you.
Yep.
Right? But if I could give you an opportunity and put you in a position to do your thing, do your thing. But if I ain't got it, I ain't got it, bro.
But that person might not even be ready.
Right.
Because I've found myself trying to catapult somebody else into a position that they didn't even have a heart to be in.
True.
It's like you were semi doing the work. So now I put you in this position and you have no consistency.
The pressure's on.
You have no work ethic.
And then that falls back on you.
And it falls back on me. It's like, so all I can do is just if you're in the same space with me, capitalize off of that, but you have to put your best foot forward and just pray that it's the best thing. But I'm not gonna be like, yeah, you should, because you might not have heart to be in that space right now.
Right.
You might need another 6 months and 8 months to perfect, or a year to perfect whatever that is before you're in that.
How do you talk to that friend about that though? Like, how do you, like, if that friend wants that opportunity, like, yo, help me get in the door, and they not ready for it. They don't wake up early. They always late, right?
I've had a situation like that where, a friend, or I can't say, an acquaintance of mine, okay, to be honest, an acquaintance of mine.
Fancy.
She wanted a certain opportunity so bad, and I said, you're not going to show up on time. You are literally going to fumble this play. You don't show up on time. What am I going to do with that? And then that person is a very serious person. They're organized. They're punctual. If you tell them you're going to be there at 8 o'clock, they expect you to be there at 7:50, so I had to tell, and you know what? She took it like a champ. She was probably mad, but she took it like a champ. I don't know any other way to be like, other than just rip the Band-Aid.
Right.
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 I wish I had more of a softer way to say things, like even like the conversation we was having last night.
I suck at that.
What's the conversation? Come on now.
I don't know if you
us the people don't know. What's the
I don't know, but we were talking about friendships
Uh-huh.
and a long-term friendship basically coming to an end. Like you know
Mm-hmm.
that this relationship is coming to an end.
It was basically friendships that one thing that stayed was, it's true, people are experiences. So I had to understand that
Absolutely.
friendship of 10 years and more, it must have been an experience that lasted for the time that it had to last. Now, as we're growing, I just want people to understand that, hey, as you grow, certain people are not going to understand your growth.
Right?
Certain people are not going to comply with your changing.
Mm-hmm.
They're used to being a certain way. They want to stay that way. But it's not your job to convince them to grow with you.
No.
If they don't want to grow, let them, okay, cool. But don't stop my shine. Don't stop me if I want something different from my
They
life.
can't stop you.
But what ends up happening is that they end up gossiping. They end up, I wouldn't say hating, but just they end up hating. They end up just
they don't
saying
wanna
like,
do.
"Hey, you changing up on us? What's going on? You don't talk to us no more."
But you're
This
supposed
and
to
that.
change.
But we're supposed to change. That's what's happening. And it hurts because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, I have a 10-year investment of my time with these friends. And it's just like, yo, like, okay, I'm going into this whole new world, this whole new journey of, building myself, building my brand, building who I am,
Mm-hmm.
are y'all gonna support it or not? And if y'all don't support it, then I can't support the friendship.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And what I was telling Lily was, she kept using the word, I'm hurt, I'm hurt,
Mhm.
I'm hurt. And I was like, dang, do you have like a gash on the side of your hip or something right now? Is it fresh? Is it like a paper cut? Because them paper cuts be
They
more
be hurt.
severe than a freaking
Yo.
glass in your
Especially
toe,
right
okay?
here, when it's like right there.
So
it hurts.
when you kept saying that, I was just like, okay, Sherelle, maybe you're a little bit more harsh or straightforward to some degree.
Which is good.
But
Something
you
I need. I
I
need that
mean,
for sure.
we
No, for
all
sure.
need it because it's like, but then I had to say, okay, these group of friends were always there for your bad times. You know
Mhm.
the saying, misery loves company, right? They're always there for your bad times. But now that you're doing something beautiful in your life, you're moving into another arena, right?
Mhm.
You would want those friends to support. All of a sudden, they can't give you a repost.
Mm.
They're not calling you to congratulate you.
Mm.
They're in a space where they feel like you changing and
Mm.
it's a negative thing.
They put money in someone else's pocket when you're doing
We
the same
talked about
kind of
that
job.
too. You're a makeup artist. They would go and pay somebody else to get the same service that you could have done for them
Put, what was it I said? Put money in a stranger's pocket before they
versus
put
yours.
yours in.
Right.
Mhm.
And I said to you, I think you said now like they're trying to do something, come
Mhm.
around. And I'm like, no, what they really want is for you to pull out the seat for them
Mhm.
sit down, and you know how guys at the restaurant will tuck you in? That's
Mhm.
what they want. They want a front row view to your life, but they don't really want to participate in a bigger way.
Mm.
Does that make sense? Like they just want to see, okay, I wonder what she got going. How does she do this? How is she operating? How's she moving? Like, but they're not really going to contribute. They're not really going to have the conversation. Like when I ask you, Lily, how you feeling today? How's
Mhm.
your energy?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
You really good? Like,
Those are the friends. Those are the
yeah,
real ones. The ones that
yeah.
check up on you. Yeah.
Yes, because it's like life is already hard, but you notice like even when people are like, "How you doing?" but they're like, "Yeah, I'm good." Or if somebody says,
Are
"Now,"
you
I be
really
like,
good?
"Are you really good?" Sometimes I'll be like, "Man, I'm up out here right
So
now."
it's the
I don't.
second time you ask me if I'm okay. I'll be like, I could be a little bad for
Yeah,
days.
with those friends that you had, my question is, why do you feel like the 10 years that you had, means so much if they've been showing you like, I'm not there. I'm not really there to support you.
Mm.
Does the time really matter?
It's something that it shocks me. I
Mhm.
guess that's what it is. And yeah, I see the time as an investment, you know. And it's one of those things. Y'all saw me crying. In that time we've cried.
Mhm.
You've seen my pain, you've seen my hurt, right?
Mhm.
And they've also seen somewhat of the growth too, but I'm one of those people that I keep it to myself kind of, so I'm not really in. But it's just like I guess it was like a surprise, like okay, I'm doing this, but how you doing that? How do you make this? How do you do that? Wait, just by doing makeup? How do you do that? So it was one of those things. I was like, well, what I do is what I do, and and it's whatever's coming to me is coming to me because that's where I'm supposed to be at. And I don't know that it hurts because I care for them. I want the best for them. So it kind of hurts when you want something great for a person, but yet that person don't really care.
Right.
But you call yourself a friend. You get what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things of like, then now we ain't really on the same kind of level of friendship then.
And it's like a lot of relationships, you ain't got to throw it away. But I feel like if they've been a bad friend consistently or they haven't been showing up for you, then do you really need them in your life? Like, do you?
I guess that's the real shit. Not real shit, sorry. But that's the real thing we talking about. That's the hard part to understand. That's the hard part. I have to like digest it. Like I gotta deal with it. You know what? It don't matter.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure in this new journey in my life, like, hey, there's gonna be other friends. I'm really big on the surround yourself with who you want to be with, who you want to be. I'm really big on that. So it's like, and I'm really big on bringing people on my boat. Like, come if you want to change too, come.
But they have to want it for themselves. They also have to, and I'm really big on, if this person is being blessed and I'm in that like arena of it, I'm gonna be blessed as well. You got to be really proud and happy for people. Like
you have to have this positive energy.
Yes,
that's what it is.
If you're not happy for somebody, it could be a stranger. Like I could see somebody getting engaged on the street and be like, "Oh my gosh, like, I'm so happy for you. God bless y'all." Like so people who you have to feel like you need to force to be happy for you, or you can tell that they jealous of you for whatever reason. And it's like, that's why you got to be careful about even being jealous of people. You don't know what they've been through in life.
Yep.
You don't know what that person been through. I remember when I used to have to catch the bus to go to Hooters.
Bars.
Me too.
Right?
You lied on that on the application?
No. I mean,
I lied. I said I didn't have a
life
car.
happened, lost my car, and I had to like get on the bus in my Hooters uniform with the cover up, of course, and go. So people who be acting all jealous of you, or they have this, thing in their head about you on who you are. It's like
I wasn't born this way. I had to grow into this.
Could you be prepared to catch the bus or be on $5 and stretch that for a whole week? You know, could you lose your job and have 6 months unemployed and your lights are off for like 3 days and you got to go to your grandma's house to do this and do that? Could you? So it's like, you got to be mindful of who you're jealous of or who you envy. Like, it ain't always sunshine and rainbows. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's insane.
And that's probably another thing. Even there's this saying with like the prettiest eyes hold, what is it? It's like the prettiest eyed hold the,
I feel like I've heard that saying too. The
hold like
eyes,
the most sorrow or something.
Yeah. I don't know if it's verbatim that, but I catch your flow.
As far as like, you can see someone and they probably look so happy, or they're in their space in their life, they look so happy, but you don't know what they've been through. You
Absolutely
don't know the
not.
tears those eyes have cried. You don't know the struggle that person has been. So it's like, why be envious? Why be jealous of someone else who's happy?
I feel that so deep in my spirit. It could make me cry right now because it's like,
that was close.
Ooh.
That was close. The prettiest smiles hide the deepest scars.
There you go. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Why you so
okay? I ain't gonna hold you. My smile is beautiful, but my scars run deep,
real deep.
People don't even know the half of it, and it's like, that's what I'm saying. You can't be envious of people or jealous of people, and I'm damn sure in a space where I'm not gonna allow. I don't care how long our friendship is. I don't even care if it's family. If you don't wish me well, and my spirit knows that you don't wish me well, you're not gonna have a front row seat to my life. whatsoever. I don't care what the situation is, who you are. It's not gonna happen. And I would say, or I would recommend even for you, because you have such a big heart and you're
I
so
do.
sweet and loving. You know what I mean? But sometimes you gotta, once that person who don't wish you well try to have a seat, you gotta kick the side of the freaking chair just so they can fall and be like, go on now, go on.
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of the things that it's so hard to admit to.
And sometimes you fall in love with your friend's potential.
Yeah.
Right? Somebody that's around you, you fall in love with their potential. Like, bro, I know you can do this.
Yeah.
Yo, you got this if you just apply yourself.
And I think also there's like a difference too. So I have friends who are more successful than me, and they not only see my potential, they know, like, Sherelle, you got this, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they were very patient with me, you know what I mean? But I was also showing up for myself and doing the best that I could. Like,
Yeah.
you can see that, you know what I mean?
Keyword showing up.
Yeah, because I can't, what's the saying? You can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink
That's
it. Like,
Mhm.
I'm doing my best.
Mhm.
So, thank God for those certain friends in my life who still keep me focused.
So with these friends that they're high and they're successful, do you feel envy?
No, I'm so proud of them.
Why can't we all be like that?
I
Like,
mean,
why
because
is
you
it
have to
so-
have it's a mindset
I
thing,
guess.
okay? It's a mindset thing. It's like, because you're winning, I know it's around the corner.
Yeah.
And it helps me, like, it motivates me. It lights a fire under me to say, oh man, my friend getting it. Like,
Mhm.
I gotta make sure I get it too. You know what I mean? There's people who I went to high school
Can we
with.
have a friendly competition? I'm just saying. Like, can
But
it be
it
like,
shouldn't even
hey,
be a competition, but it's kind of like, yo, I'm gonna go for a milli this year. Like, what you guys? Shit, I'm in here 1.5, or I'm gonna go for a
Exactly.
Billy. Like, it should motivate you, and gratitude is a very important thing.
Mhm.
Being thankful is a very important thing, and I just want to only surround myself with positive people. I'm
Yeah.
not here for because life is always going to be up and down, up and down, up and
Yep.
down, up and down, up and down. But
Yep.
I'm not here for like the woes every day. Oh my God. It's like life
Mhm.
already hard. We're living
Already.
hell on earth. I'm here to just create my heaven on earth, whatever that may look like. And my friends and the ones who are winning, I'm rocking with them.
Exactly.
There's no point of being envious for what? I'm telling you, hey,
women be like that.
on behalf of Lilly, she ain't rocking with you no more, okay? You know who you are. I don't know who you are, but you know who you are. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Just like that.
Yeah.
It's growth. That's it. I can't be mad.
Yeah, it's
I
growth.
can't be mad. I can't be sad. It's growth. We growing.
Absolutely.
We growing.
Absolutely. Earlier, me and Lilly were talking about like funny dating.
We're talking like the dating apps. The dating apps of today that I feel like dating apps now, they're not dating apps. They're more like meet up and
Yeah, I remember the first time I heard
do the
about
thing.
Tinder. The first time I heard about Tinder, I was shook. I was shocked. First of all, what's the last dating app you've ever, or have you ever been on a dating app?
So yeah.
And when? What was the name of the dating app and how long ago? Well, I probably would know if depending on
Okay, so I got on Tinder.
Shut up.
I did. Okay, so it was recently after like the breakup.
I gotta get ready for this. Hold on. You got on
It was recently off of the relationship with my kid's dad, right? I was like super like, down. One of my friends was like, oh, get on Tinder. It's going to help with your self-esteem. Weird. That's how she told me. But yeah, it's going to help with self-esteem because, just post a couple of pictures there and, guys are going to, message you and it just helps, boost up, makes you feel special again, I guess.
Social validation.
Yeah.
Continue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I did that,
Mhm.
why not? Posted a picture of myself, posted other pictures. And while I'm on the Tinder thing, it was kind of weird because I kept getting like these like hearts, not the hearts, but a lot of like it was just blowing up. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And then I kept opening messages and I was like, are you real? Are you this? Are you that? I started feeling kind of like weird. I was like, wait a minute. am I desperate? Like, what's going on? Like, am I desperate?
Because they're reaching out to you.
Because they're reaching out like, do you really exist? Like, what are you doing on a dating app? I was like, damn, what am I doing on a dating app? Why? And it was more like the conversations I'm actually having, like, hey, what's your favorite color? This and that, whatever. And dudes are really on some like, what color panties you got on? What is this going on? And I'm just like, yeah, no, this is not. I go back to my friend. I was like, this was not a good idea.
So tell me, because I've never been on Tinder. So is it a sex app?
No, it's supposed to be a dating app, and it's turned into basically a
hookup app.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had even a couple, like, the picture had, it was the boy, the dude and his wife. And I'm like, what do you do? Like, you have, it was like, oh no, me and my wife, we like use Tinder to look for, I guess, what do they call it? Unicorns?
They was trying to prey on you.
I don't know if it's the same term now, but yeah, that's how they pick up, people to, do a little
shank that
little trio with. Yeah.
You said nowadays these dating sites, right? It's like sex sites.
Yeah,
right?
Apparently, I haven't been
turning into them.
I haven't been on a site like site since Black Planet. So
you've been on Black Planet.
You know how long
ago? So that
ago?
wasn't like a sex site? No?
I don't think so. This was back in.
You never hooked up with anybody on Black Planet?
Mr. Potato Head was the first and only person I ever met on a dating app, and that was my last time ever dating somebody.
So
on
Christian
a dating
Mingle a sex?
Exactly. You see, the thing is, these apps is what you make it.
I heard the Christians be the super freaks.
Right. How many jokes you hear about Christian Mingle and them hooking up? So listen, these apps is what you make it.
Right.
Right. So if you getting on there and you hooking up, then that's what it is. Because the way the apps is set up is whatever area you're in, you can just put in your zip code and the people is going to pop up.
Right.
And you're in that city for the night. What's going to happen? You're going to go on that app,
Gonna be a whole catfish.
Right. But to go back to what Lily was saying about how nowadays it's like a sex app. No, back then we had the chat lines. Yeah. Right?
I remember the chat. My brother used to be on the chat line. I remember.
Right. So back then we was hooking up on the chat lines.
That's even worse.
I don't know who's listening, but y'all might be too young for this.
Right.
Definitely.
It would be off of a voice. You wouldn't even know what the person looked like. You'll find out when you get there.
I got caught up. I got catfish before it was catfish. I got voice fished.
Voice fished?
That's insane. You know it's so dangerous. So after Black Planet was MySpace, right? And again, I think this was like 2000.
But MySpace wasn't a dating
ish. No. 2000 and
no before 2006.
It was 2006 because that's when I met Potato Head. So one time during MySpace, and this is where I can get really dangerous. I feel like that's why it's the first and last time I've ever done a dating app. So I been talking to this guy on MySpace, and he was obviously in my area. That's what the app said or whatever. Or MySpace said. And he's like, oh, yeah, meet me. And I'm young. I'm so naive at this point, thinking everyone had great intentions for me. I pull up. I think it was in Carroll City. I pull up outside of this house, daytime. It had to have been no more than like 3:00 in the afternoon max. And I can see a silhouette, somebody from the window opening up, like, the window. And mind you, the picture that they showed me
this is sounding like a scary story. Okay.
Girl, I didn't even get out of the car. Again, when you are protected, so, we be protected, we don't even know. But that blind open or the curtain opened up a little bit. And something said, do not go inside, Sherelle, and do not get out of the car. I literally looked and I drove off. Even the profile didn't even seem like the picture that I saw. And the way that he opened up the curtain a little bit, it was not a confident kind of thing. Like, who knows? It could have been a predator or somebody to hurt me. It could have been anything. But man, that was the last time I ever decided, okay, I'm going to meet up with somebody on social media from social media app.
That's on some scary stuff. That's what it sucks about not being able to meet in person anymore. Now it's like you gotta pray for the best when you do meet off of a social media site.
Oh yeah. I mean, any person I've ever dated has been off of social media.
I'm gonna keep it that way.
Like I don't even, honestly, if my man don't even have social media, that's the best. And if it is, maybe I pray your page is private. That's just my preference. Because I feel like if you're not doing something where it really requires you to be on social media and you can do
Right.
your business outside of that,
Yep.
then go handle your business, my future husband,
Yeah.
my business tycoon. Okay, get me up out of these streets, okay? Yeah, but I'm not
Sure, I'm
here.
looking for a bae. Nah, not a bae. You looking for a husband. A husband.
I'm just gonna let the universe do what it do, okay? What Rihanna say? First of all, I am not looking for anything.
True.
Remember
bad.
I said that. Rihanna said
My
I'm
bad.
not looking for anything. But I'm open. But I'm saying, like, just be careful. And if you're going on these dating sites, why are you going up there just to hook up with people? There's so many diseases. There's AIDS, there's herpes, there's syphilis, there's X, Y, and Z. Like, and we just got through with 2020. Like,
Exactly.
the Rona.
People want to be fast. They want the fast,
Man.
everything fast. Fast. They want to live fast.
And you have to get off your phone long enough to look up. See what's around you. You know what I mean? Your mate might be right in front of you, but you're so in the virtual reality that you can't even notice it.
But that's why it's so easier to go on an app and look for someone to date because you're already on the phone. Right?
That's what my sister said, but
That's what it is.
I
No,
don't know.
you
I'm
are
gonna
telling the
keep it.
truth. Like that is right.
Yeah.
You can go outside and meet people.
Absolutely.
Right,
I feel
but
like
the
this
way-
newer generation, that's
Right.
what dating is gonna be.
That's what I'm saying. Like
of.
society, the society of now.
We go
well,
back to
okay,
this fake
the
world.
society of
Mhm.
now carves the society of the future. If you understand what I'm saying.
Wow. The society of now carves
Bars.
the society of the
future.
future. Bars.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, so everything that we talked about, from the virtual reality, from the dating online and all of that, they might start having sex online. You never know. Like,
They're already doing it.
you know what I mean? But on, like I
They're
said, the
already doing it.
metaverse version
No,
of
they're
it.
already doing it. You
That
got a
sounds like
whole
they're
machine.
sending nudes or something. Listen, and for the women who are listening specifically, stop sending nudes to people. Like, you don't, first of all, there's technology is insane, right? So you can send a picture to somebody and they can literally track your location off of that picture.
Facts.
If you're gonna send, because you're gonna do what you want to do anyways, but if you're gonna send something, I would take a picture and screenshot that
it.
picture.
Mm.
Because you don't want somebody to track your location just off of what you sent them.
Mhm.
But you should never be sending nudes. You definitely don't need your face in it, but you don't need your body either because,
Mhm.
I don't know about y'all, but I could tell when it's somebody's hand or body, that, especially if I'm familiar with that person.
I'm not sending my nudes to no one I wouldn't want them to know my location at anyways.
But I mean, some
It
people
should
do
be.
it like
I'm sorry, I'm not. You about to see me naked? You need to know. I need to
Yeah.
know who you are.
But people can be so like impressionable and so like, yeah,
It's become.
even-
It's has desensitized.
it's
Social
super
media
desensitized.
and all these raw, like, it has the meaning of those intimate moments. It has killed it,
Yeah.
basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now you see, titties and ass easily. So
Yeah.
it's like, so a guy to be nice, you gotta see some crazy stuff. They gotta see something different,
Yeah.
So it's like, nah.
But you know what? Guys say they want like, a lot of guys, I guess they want over sexual people. And even women, they want to see the print on the freaking
The gray sweatpants.
The gray sweatpants.
It is sweatpants
too.
season.
It really is. Shout out to sweatpants
Mr.
season.
Producer.
What I got to do with that? I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Mr. Producer likes wearing gray sweatpants. Sweatpants
TMI.
season.
TMI.
I already see I'm about to be the butt of this podcast. Listen, ladies, like I said, you're not about to hear me as much, okay? On the other podcast. This episode, I like what they talking about, and this is like the Mr. Producer introduction. So
Yeah.
the other ones, I'm gonna let them rock and might just give them facts and stuff. But y'all cooking though.
Yeah,
This
he
is a
be
great-
spitting facts. So
You know what I'm saying?
it's a
Bars.
it's a perfect trio that we got
Yeah.
going on here.
Because like
for
I said, I
sure.
get lost. I get lost in what y'all be talking about.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And then Lily and her storytelling and so detailed and
Top
precise.
tier. Lily, your storytelling is top tier.
Well, I want
It
to
be
say I
having you
used
right
to
in.
be.
We need an animator to
I-
like animate her stories.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I used to be a writer, but I got some writing experience. So I guess
Mhm.
that's where the storytelling comes out of.
I love that.
But yeah, I might get back into writing. Who knows?
As you should.
I don't know.
Write a book.
Or
Bestseller.
storytelling. Right?
I'm just
We'll see.
saying. A lot of people, tap into your, what I was thinking about? Inner child, right? So
Mhm.
like I've been doing some inner child work, shadow work, people say as well.
Mhm.
But I was trying to tap into who was I before the world tried to tell me who I was, right? What did
Ooh.
I love most as a child? So I've been looking at my, the very few pictures that I have of myself as a child. Like I probably have 3 or 4.
Damn.
Right? I mean, my mama had me at 15. It wasn't taking much pictures.
Yeah.
So I'm going back and I'm like, dang, what did I love to do? I love to color. I colored in the lines. I would do that, outline, and then I would color in the
I
lines.
used to do that too with you would thicken up
I would thicken it up, the
and
corners,
yeah.
and then, shade in lightly. Or I love to record things. Like I love to, up until I was even in high school, I would have a little camera and I would
Mhm.
always go and do behind the scenes. Now, I don't think I'm this like videographer or anything
Yeah.
but I just love the whole story and like allowing people to just be in front of the camera and say
Mhm.
something. Like
Yeah.
I love that. So I've definitely been working on this inner child.
Ooh.
I have some ways to go, and I've cried a lot because of it, because
Yeah.
I had to like forgive myself for things, or I thought things that were my fault.
Mhm.
But have you ever done inner child work?
No, what is that?
I'm still figuring it out, but it's really just tapping into who you were before the world told you who you were. And then
Mhm.
it allows you to also, I guess, map out who you are right now. Like,
Probably makes you find out what your actual love is. Because when you're
yeah.
a child, you have this innocence, right?
Yes.
So it's like whatever really made you happy, you'll know because it's what brought you joy.
Right.
I'm not maybe that's how I got into makeup. That's crazy because when I'm thinking about it, there was this book that I read that it was I'm That Girl,
Mm-hmm.
and it said that your passion will be right under your nose,
That's true.
right?
Mhm.
And I would never pay attention to it. Sometimes something you're supposed to be doing is right in front of you, but you're so used to it that you don't see it as something possible as far as to make money out of it or
Right.
make a living out of it.
That's a lot of people's dilemma
Yeah.
right now. I know it was
Yeah.
mine for a long
No,
time.
but what you saying, like before life told you, like before the
Right.
world told, that's actually it's true because sometimes people think that life controls what you do when really you control what you do.
Right. That's why. Well, it's not called inner child, but for what like my father taught me, it was more like knowledge of self.
Mhm.
Right. So I always had that journey of knowledge of self. Right. So I had a grandma that's Christian. Right. And then my
Yeah.
dad is a Rasta.
Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's two conflicting things. So
Yeah.
I'll go to church with my grandma on Sundays, then I'll go to the Rasta meetings and hear what they have to talk about.
Mhm.
Haile Selassie, being from Africa, being the original man, and
Mhm.
loving your sisters and things like that. That's
Yeah.
why I'm so pro-black, or black radical, as they like to call them.
Mhm.
Right. But yeah, I think that's where that comes from, where it's like, when I was younger, it was more of knowledge of self. Up until now, that's why I read so many books,
Yeah.
right? And variety of books, right? Looking
Wow.
for knowledge of self.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
This is why Mr. Producer's so cool.
Yeah. Super cool.
Stop it.
Like, but I think that's so dope. Like we're all should be striving to know like knowledge of self, like to gain that. The more that we know, like can't nobody trick us into believing anything.
Right. I even looked up the history of my last name. Where is it from?
Mhm.
Sutherland, Scotland. You know what I mean? Things like that. So I know, like, not to put too much weight on your quote unquote last name, because that's not really your
Your
last
last
name.
name.
Right? So it's
Mhm.
a whole like history lesson that we need to unlearn
Yeah.
and relearn our
Yeah.
own history.
Yeah.
I've definitely been on that journey.
Mhm.
I'm loving it so far.
Yeah.
It's scary, but at the same time, it's necessary. And I think the only reason why it's scary is because when you ask, whether it be God, the universe, Buddha, Allah, whatever,
Mhm.
you may believe in, when you ask to like remove the veil and see things for what it is, you gonna see some things.
Mhm.
Right.
You're really gonna see some things. And whether it come in your dream, whether it come from a person walking down the street and they stop you and say something to you that just is like, whoa, how'd you know
Yeah.
that? But it's a forever journey, you know what I mean? And I just pray I continue to find like the masters within it, like the master
Yeah.
teachers who can help me and guide me along the way too. And I mean, obviously I have to do my part.
But you seem
Mhm.
like you're on like your journey now,
Yeah.
like you said, of the inner child
Oh
and the
yeah.
knowledge of
Yeah.
self
I am.
and
I
things
for
like
sure
that.
am. For me, I don't have like a master teacher, right? I
Mhm.
kind of, like reading some things, or I might YouTube University
You
is
don't
like
see
the
yourself.
GOAT.
That's the goat. I have a
That-
shirt that says that.
Yeah,
YouTube
You
University.
don't see yourself as your own teacher?
Absolutely. I do, but it's kind of hard to even say that sometimes because it's like I'm forever learning. I'm forever a student,
Mhm.
Right. Right.
So
Like
you're learning yourself.
absolutely.
But
Mhm.
you know what it is? It's like I also wish that I had a mentor, right?
Yes.
Outside of like my father, because I left Jamaica like when I was like what 14, 15,
Mhm.
right? And came to
Mhm.
Miami. So it's like my father wasn't there to give me the rest of the lessons. Right? I had to learn on my own. It wasn't a
Yeah.
lot of male figures around that'll
Yeah.
put you on to certain things, right? I had to go seek those books myself.
Yeah.
So that's why she's saying it's kind of hard to be the student and the teacher at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because I had to
Yeah.
pick up on, if you haven't heard episode 1, I talk about like my childhood and my
Mhm.
parents, and I know I didn't go into depth, but my mom didn't give me certain lessons. My dad didn't give me these life lessons, They damn sure wasn't talking about knowledge of self or,
Mm.
you know, this is what you should look out for, or,
Right.
this is
They're
what we've
trying
been
to
through.
feed off. Is four?
Hmm?
Four siblings?
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
trying to
yeah.
feed all four of y'all.
Yeah, so I didn't have that, but what I did notice was, certain blessings that would come into my life where,
Mhm.
I remember an ex of mine's, his mom said, you have to do your personal work. And when
Mm.
she said that, that stuck out to me like I've never heard anyone say that to me
Yeah.
before. And I was just, and that was back in 2012 when she first said that to me. So I've ran with that ever since. You've got to do your personal work. And then, I would have somebody who would come like, spit some knowledge, and I'm like, ooh, I need a book on that, or
Mm.
I gotta finish this book. I need to be so well equipped because I don't want anyone to ever trick me out of my position,
Mhm.
trick me out of like my mind. So if I don't work on me and like the truth, then it's like I don't want to walk around, aimlessly. So I'm forever, yes, a student and a teacher.
Mhm.
But it's, it gets difficult navigating that sometimes.
It's crazy how much self-work, like, it's like if you don't pay attention to yourself, you can't really do anything.
Your body, it was gonna tell you everything.
You get lost in
Exactly.
yourself.
Yeah. And if you don't think that there's work to do every single day, that's the biggest lie you're telling yourself.
Right.
Like,
Mhm.
there's some days I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just sitting on it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. I'm just sitting there. And I will sit there and I won't do nothing. I won't crack open a book. I might binge watch something. I might
Mm.
pig out. But then I'm like, damn,
Sometimes-
Sherelle.
No, sometimes your body needs that.
Yeah, and
sometimes
you have
that's
to pay
like your
attention to that.
own relax. That's your body saying, "I'm tired."
Right. And you have to
Yeah.
honor that as well. But in my case, I'm like, you have work to do. Every day there's something
Mm-hmm.
that you could be mastering about yourself. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? And I know there's distractions when it comes to going out and partying and, being on the scene, but if I just allow that to consume me, like I don't want to be, what do they call it in Jamaica, a waste man. I don't want to be a waste man. Like that is definitely not, yeah, that's not what's up. So I'm always thinking about doing my personal work.
True.
Yeah. And like you're constantly doing your work, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Spiritually, mentally, like it has to always be like this ongoing evolution of thyself.
So, what led you in the journey to search for yourself, to know that, hey, it's time for me to think of me?
Ooh, that's a great question. Um Honestly, I can't really tell you when it hit. It almost feels like an internal thing that I knew I was supposed to do.
Mhm.
But I will say I remember back the most recent thing that I can think of is back in like 2012. And it's kind of crazy I would say 2012 because they always say that's like when the big reset happened, right?
Mm.
So, but that's a whole nother conversation. But back in 2012, I remember I was fasting, and during me fasting, like I felt like exposed to things I've never experienced before. Like I thought I was seeing like demonic shadows and spirits,
What?
and yeah, because when you're fasting and you're only on water or fruits and veggies, and you're it's like your body's adjusting and you're not on sweets and candy and
Yeah.
all these things. And that was the first time I really took fasting seriously, right? And I think I was on day 7 or 8. And I was inside of my apartment, and it was a beautiful day. It was right before I was going to go to Hooters, and I started seeing things. Now,
It's crazy.
I wasn't scared, but because at that point it was like I was already like having this conversation with God, like, I just want to I was praying about love at that time
Mhm.
too. And I was also thinking, I just want to be better. I want to be healthier. I want to, I like protect me, give me
Mhm.
peace. Like, I just remember saying that. And, I don't even know if I fully believed it, but I just was like crying out because I was
Yeah.
on my own. I was in a real dark space. I just felt like there's nowhere else but up. So I don't know. It kind of just naturally came out of me. Like I knew that like internally I was supposed to like be better. And I also knew the fact that I went through a lot of stuff when I was younger, physically abused, sexually abused, and I said to myself, "Oh my god, like if I'm still here,
Mhm.
like it got to be more to like all of this, because I always
Yeah.
had like light in my heart." So I don't know. I think it just naturally started coming out of me. And the more that I was seeking God, God
Mhm.
was like giving me more, he was giving
Mhm.
me just what I needed. She, like giving me exactly what I needed. So
Yeah.
maybe 2012 is the most vivid memory for me to like I want to figure some things out. And I don't know everything. So if you walking up to me and asking me like, yeah, so this thing from knowledge thyself, I'm still learning. I'm still,
Still
working on
growing.
things and trying to figure it out. But I went through a lot of shit as a young one. And I just kept asking, like, make me better. Protect me. Protection was
Mhm.
really big at that time for me. So
Mhm.
I think that's where it really came from. Yeah, man. That's really deep to me, like
Deep episode, man. Y'all be killing it.
yeah, it really be deep to me, but I'm sure we'll go, like, deeper into just, like, our spirituality and, like, that's what makes me confident, to
Yeah.
sum it up,
Yeah.
because I wanna answer the question. My confidence comes because I look at myself as a God, and
Mhm.
I'm like, if God is love
Mhm.
and God created me and I'm love and accepts me for all of my mistakes.
Yeah.
And, I'm like, it's up. Like,
Mhm.
I'm still here. As long as I got breath, I got options, So I'm
Exactly.
just at a space where it's like,
Bars.
it's all good.
If I got breath, I got options.
Yeah, it's all
Ain't it?
good. I gotta, shout out the Hood Healer for that, because that quote took me very far. It's like, as long as I got breath, I got options. I still say it to this day
That's
when I wake up in the
dope.
morning. So
I'm
yeah,
gonna start saying that.
as
Shit.
long
Okay.
because it's true, you know what I mean? People will be like, I'm ready to give up, why did I wake up today? And it's
Complain.
like, as long as you got breath, you got
So
options.
thank God I woke up today.
Yeah. If you
Mhm.
woke up, that means you have purpose.
Yeah.
There's something that you haven't completed yet. There's something.
Facts.
Now you got to
Mhm.
figure out what it is.
Mhm.
Us having just this conversation right now, like, if it wasn't for me crying out to God and be like, yo, I want to live in my purpose. I want to, everything that I do, I want it to be natural. I don't want to have to clock in and clock out for somebody else. I want to be fully Sherelle,
Mhm.
and I want to have great relationships with people, and everything that I want will come to me because I'm really living in myself. Like, I'm here, I'm being present. So, hey, I got breath, I got options, it's all
Mhm.
good. I ain't a billionaire, I ain't a
But
millionaire
it's
yet,
gonna happen.
and I don't know what's gonna come, right? But I'm rich in spirit,
Mhm.
I'm fine, I'm healthy, it's all good. And I have my
Mhm.
family, it's love, it's
True.
like, it's all love, it's all good. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
Toast to that.
Toast to that. Toast to
I had to
just
get my drink.
Toast to that.
toast to like
I was about to say preach. Hallelujah. Yeah, you was going off.
Yeah, because it runs deep for me. Cheers to as long as we
Finding-
have breath, we have options.
True.
What else?
Just living out our purpose.
Living out our purpose. Anything for you, Mr. Producer?
Knowledge of self, man.
Knowledge of
Mhm.
and
Always
cheers.
seeking knowledge of self.
Here we grow.
Here we grow.
Here we go.